Hello everyone, my name is Srinivas. Welcome to SV Chemistry Academy. Today I am going to teach equivalent weight concept. This is very important. This is also we will use in concentration terms like normality calculation. And also equivalent weight concept is also useful in electrochemistry lesson also. Is it clear, beta? Right. Then coming to equivalent weight. So with respect to n factor of the compound element, we can get the equivalent weight. So first of all, equivalent weight of atom or element. Equivalent weight of atom or element, that is equal to atomic mass divided by n factor. So in terms of atom or element, n factor is what? So beta here n factor is equal to valency, right? Let me give example. So here equivalent weight of aluminium, equivalent weight of aluminium is equal to atomic weight of aluminium, n factor of aluminium. Then what is the n factor of aluminium? So beta here aluminium, if we take atomic mass of aluminium is 27 divided by n factor of aluminium. Aluminium belongs to group 13, has 3 valence electrons. So that valency of aluminium is 3. That is equal to 9. So this is the equivalent weight of aluminium. Like that, let me calculate equivalent weight of magnesium. Equivalent weight of magnesium Mg, that is equal to atomic weight of magnesium is 24, right, divided by its valency. What is the valency of magnesium? Dependent on its group number. So here magnesium belongs to second group, has 2 valence electrons, and moreover magnesium atomic number 12, its nearest zero group element is neon. How many electrons difference between these two? 2 electrons. That is also considered as n factor of magnesium. So that here 2, that is equal to 12 grams, right? Then equivalent weight of hydrogen, that is equal to atomic weight of hydrogen 1 divided by n factor of hydrogen. So beta here number of electrons difference between hydrogen and the nearest zero group element of hydrogen is helium. How many electrons are difference between these two? 1 electron. So that here n factor is 1. That is equal to 1 gram, isn't it? Like that, equivalent weight of H2, if we take molecule, this is homodiatomic molecule, its equivalent weight, molecular weight of hydrogen 2 grams divided by each hydrogen equivalent weight, like n factor. Each hydrogen n factor equal to 1. Here 2 hydrogens are there, therefore 2. Like that we can take 1 again. It means hydrogen equivalent weight, whether that is atomic situation or molecular condition, whatever it is, its equivalent weight will be 1 only. Okay, right. Then like that, equivalent weight of oxygen, if we take equivalent weight of oxygen, then atomic weight of oxygen is 8 grams, no beta. Because of what beta here? Atomic weight of oxygen atomic weight of oxygen is 16 divided by n factor of oxygen. Just dependent on number of electrons difference between atom, test atom and nearest zero group element. So here nearest zero group element of this oxygen is neon. Its atomic number is 10. Then oxygen atomic number is 8. How many electrons difference between these two? 2 electrons. So n factor of oxygen 2, that's it, right? So that here n factor 2, that is equal to 8 grams. 8 grams is the equivalent weight of oxygen. Like that, we can also calculate molecular oxygen. Here equivalent weight of O2, molecular oxygen. Then here molecular weight of oxygen is 32 grams, no beta, divided by each oxygen equivalent, like n factor. Each oxygen n factor is 2. Here 2 oxygens are there, n factor will be what? 4. That is equal to 8. As I told here, atomic situation or molecular situation, whatever it is, n factor equal to same, identical n factor. Is it clear, beta? So like that, we can calculate the equivalent weight of atom or element by using this formula, element mass or atomic mass divided by n factor. Better remember, in terms of atom or element, n factor is equal to number of electrons difference between test atom and nearest zero group element. Like that, we can take the n factor. Equivalent weight of acid. So direct molecule equivalent weight is not possible because of based on that behavior we can get the n factor. Based on n factor we can calculate the equivalent weight of a substance, right? So based on that, here beta, first of all, equivalent weight of acid, that is equal to molecular weight divided by n factor. So beta, here in terms of acid, n factor is nothing but what? Basicity. Basicity, right? So that is equal to molecular weight divided by basicity. Right? It means basicity means number of H plus ions replaced. Number of H plus ions replaced is called as basicity of an acid, right? Let me discuss some examples of this equivalent weight of acid. So beta, here for example, equivalent weight of acid HCl, right? So molecular mass of this, molecular mass divided by n factor of this HCl is what? HCl dissociates as H plus and Cl minus. It gives 1 H plus, so that n factor is 1. Okay. Then coming to equivalent weight of H2SO4 sulfuric acid is equal to molecular mass divided by n factor 2, because of this produce 2 H plus ions. Is it clear? Then equivalent weight of HNO3 acid, nitric acid, molecular mass divided by n factor 1, right? Then equivalent weight of oxalic acid, equivalent weight of oxalic acid, right? So that is equal to molecular mass divided by n factor 2 here, right? Then here important, oxalic acid and crystalline oxalic acid both are there. What is the difference between these two? Let me discuss. Here molecular mass of this one is, oxalic acid formula is what beta here? H2C2O4. This is the formula of oxalic acid, right? Then here 2, right, 2 grams plus 2 into 12, 24 grams, right, plus 4 into 16, 64 grams, that equal to 90 grams. Therefore 90 grams divided by 2 that is equal to 45 grams. So this is the equivalent weight of oxalic acid. The next important beta here, equivalent weight of crystalline oxalic acid. Crystalline oxalic acid, that is equal to also m by n factor 2. How this n factor 2? Like this, H2C2O4 dot 2H2O. This is nothing but hydrated oxalic acid. Hydrated oxalic acid, which is also called as a crystalline oxalic acid. So here n factor 2 same, H2C2O4, H2C2O4. There is no n factor considered from water molecule, so that same n factor, but that is equal to molecular mass of crystalline oxalic acid is what beta here? This is about 90 grams, this is about 36 grams, 18 grams into 2, right? That is equal to 126 grams. Is it clear? Therefore, here beta 126 divided by n factor 2, that is equal to 63 grams. So that is the difference between these two. Very, very important beta. Based on question. Read carefully the question and attempt correctly. So beta here once again, equivalent weight of oxalic acid, molecular mass 90 divided by 2, it results 45 grams. But equivalent weight of crystalline oxalic acid, molecular mass is 126 because of 2 moles of water molecule added here. 126 divided by n factor 2, that equal to 63 grams. Is it clear? Examples. Equivalent weight of H3PO2, equivalent weight of H3PO3, equivalent weight of H3PO4. So if you see these phosphorus oxo acids, coming to first equivalent weight of H3PO2, which is also called as the phosphinic acid. Phosphinic acid. Here molecular weight m divided by n factor. N factor here what? Here also molecular weight divided by n factor, molecular weight divided by n factor. With respect to structure of H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4, we can get the n factor. Oxo acids. Simply remember beta, with respect to oxo acids, number of OH groups present in oxo acid equal to its n factor. Right? So coming to this H3PO2, phosphorus central atom, double bond O, like this, OH, H, H. This is the structure of H3PO2. H3PO2. Okay. Then in this how many OH groups are there? That many H plus ions released from that molecule. So that is the n factor 1. With respect to this n factor 1. Isn't it? Then coming to next molecule H3PO3. Here phosphorus double bond O, OH, OH and here H. So this is H3PO3. Phosphonic acid. This is phosphinic acid, this is phosphonic acid, this is phosphoric acid or orthophosphoric acid. Right? Then here n factor is what? 2 OH groups are there. Therefore n factor 2. Then coming to next H3PO4, phosphorus central atom, double bond O, OH, right? OH, OH. This is H3PO4. Okay, therefore 3 OH groups are there. That's why n factor is 3. Like this, in terms of oxo acids, number of OH group is equal to n factor of oxo acid respectively, right? And coming to next example, equivalent weight of HClO4 perchloric acid. Its name is what, beta? Perchloric acid. Then molecular weight m divided by n factor. So chlorine is the central atom. Okay. Oxygen, here OH. So this is the structure of HClO4, right? Then how many OH groups are there in this, beta? One OH group is there. Therefore n factor equal to 1, like that we can take. Then next example, equivalent weight of H3PO4 with respect to following reaction. Right? What is the following reaction? H3PO4 reacts with 2 moles of NaOH. It results Na2HPO4 plus 2 moles of H2O. Okay, right. So beta here, this is the reaction given. With respect to this reaction, equivalent weight of H3PO4 asked here. Then as I told beta here, equivalent weight of acid is equal to molecular weight of acid divided by n factor. Okay. Then n factor in terms of acid is what? Number of H plus ions replaced. Number of H plus ions replaced. So this is the n factor. Let me check how many H plus ions are replaced from left to right. That is only considered as n factor. So here beta n factor with respect to this reaction, equivalent weight of H3PO4 with respect to the above reaction, that is equal to m by, here how many H plus ions are replaced? Here 3 H plus ions are there, here rest 1 is. It means how many H plus ions are replaced here? 2 H plus ions. Therefore n factor 2. Like that we can get the n factor with respect to number of H plus ions replaced, right? Then so equivalent weight of H3PO4 equal to m by n factor. Here n factor may be 1, okay, B, 2, C, 3, D. All are possible. Then what is the right answer here? So beta here, for example, 1 H plus ion replaced. At that condition, n factor of H3PO4 1. If 2 H plus ions are replaced like this, n factor 2. 3 H plus ions also replaced, then n factor 3. It means all are possible. Possible n factor, maybe, right? Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. It means all are possible. Is it clear, beta? So this is very, very important n factor calculation of H3PO4 with respect to reaction or normal condition. The next, equivalent weight of base. Equivalent weight of base, that is equal to molecular mass of base divided by n factor. Right? Here n factor is what with respect to base. Acidity of base is considered as n factor. Therefore, molecular mass divided by acidity. It means number of OH groups present in base or number of OH groups donation by base. Right? For example, here equivalent weight of calcium hydroxide, that is equal to what? Molecular mass of calcium hydroxide M divided by n factor. Here what? How many OH groups are there in this one? 2. Therefore, n factor equal to 2. Like that, equivalent weight of aluminum hydroxide, that is equal to molecular mass of aluminum hydroxide divided by n factor. Here how many OH groups are there, beta? Here 3. Therefore, n factor 3. And equivalent weight of barium hydroxide, that is equal to molecular mass of barium hydroxide divided by n factor. In this also number of OH groups, how many are there, beta? Here 2. Therefore, n factor 2. Here beta, equivalent weight of Na2CO3. This is washing soda, Na2CO3. That is equal to molecular mass divided by n factor. Here how many n factors are there? N factor equal to what here? 2. Because of 2 H plus ions replace these 2 Na plus ions. Okay. Therefore, here n factor equal to 2. Coming to next example, equivalent weight of sodium bicarbonate. This is also taken as baking soda. Remember beta, need not do confusion here. This is washing soda, this is baking soda. Simply remember, like drinking water having hydrogen, eating or baking soda having hydrogen. Like that you can remember. This is baking soda, this is washing soda. Therefore, here equivalent weight of baking soda NaHCO3 sodium bicarbonate is equal to molecular mass of sodium bicarbonate divided by n factor. How many H plus ion participated in the replacement of Na? Only one. Because of Na only one is there. Therefore, here n factor 1, like that we can take. Okay. Thereafter, equivalent weight of salt. Equivalent weight of salt. So beta, that is equal to molecular mass divided by n factor. In terms of salt, n factor is what? Simply molecular mass divided by, instead of n factor we can take total charge over anion or total charge over cation. Any one of them we can consider, don't consider both, right? Total charge over cation or anion. So this is the n factor in terms of a salt we can consider. Let me discuss example. Here beta, equivalent weight of NaCl. Equivalent weight of NaCl. So that is equal to molecular mass M divided by n factor. Here what? NaCl dissociates as Na plus and Cl minus. Therefore, charge over cation 1 or charge over anion also 1. Like that we can take 1. Is it clear beta? Then after equivalent weight of aluminum sulfate Al2S44 taken twice. This is the exactly formula of aluminum sulfate, that is equal to molecular mass divided by n factor. Here n factor equal to what beta? This simply aluminum sulfate dissociates as two parts. Part aluminum, second part sulfate. So 2 moles of Al plus 3, right, and 3 moles of S44 minus 2. As I told, n factor of salt is what beta here? Total charge over cation or anion. If you take this 2 into plus 3, 6. Here 3 into minus 2. Total charge over anion 6 or total charge over cation 6. Therefore, here n factor will be 6, like that we can take. Like this n factor of salt we can gather. Whatever it is, remember, total charge over ion, that may be anion or cation. Next example, equivalent weight of potash alum, that is K2SO4, right, dot Al2SO4 taken twice, right, dot 24H2O. This is potash alum. So that is equal to molecular mass of this compound divided by n factor. Here n factor, how we gather? This dissociates as 2 K plus ions and 1 SO4 minus 2 ion, and this dissociates as 2 Al plus 3, right, and 3 SO4 minus 2. Need not to concentrate on water molecule. Okay, then total charge over cation. If you take cation, total charge plus E8. If you take anion, total charge minus E8. Therefore, n factor of this compound is what beta here? 8. Is it clear? So like that we can get the n factor with respect to charge over cation or charge over anion. This is very, very important compound. The next, equivalent weight of HNO2 in the following disproportionation, redox, reaction is. So this is the question given beta, and following disproportionation redox also given in the question, that is HNO2 undergoes disproportionation as HNO3 and NO. So this is the reaction, redox reaction also given. Then how we calculate the equivalent weight of HNO2 which undergoes a disproportionation? Let me check here. Equivalent weight of HNO2 is equal to molecular mass m by n factor 1 plus m by n factor 2. By this we can calculate the equivalent weight. This is about disproportionation redox reaction only. Is it clear beta? Then coming to n factor of first and n factor of 2, how we will gather? Coming to oxidation state of nitrogen left side, so that plus 3 oxidation state. In HNO2 nitrogen oxidation state, how we will calculate? As I told in the previous videos, Oxygen general oxidation state is -2 into number of oxygens 2, that equal to -4. Over this there is no charge, means how many negative charges are there, that many positive charges also there. Therefore number of negative charges 4 we got, that's why number of positive charges also 4. Then among 4 positive charges, 1 deducted by H plus, remaining +3 is about nitrogen oxidation state. By that we got +3 oxidation state. Then right side in HNO3, like that, -2 is the general oxidation state of oxygen into number of oxygens 3, that equal to -6. It means +6. Among +6, +1 deducted by H plus ion, remaining nitrogen oxidation state is what beta, right side, +5. Then what about NO, N nitrogen oxidation state? Here -2 means this is +2. As I told in the previous class, single oxidation state is dissociated as 2 different oxidation state. That is, the redox reaction is called as what beta? Disproportionation redox reaction. 2 different oxidation states constructed as a single oxidation state, that type of redox reaction is called as what beta? Conproportionation redox reaction. This is what here? Disproportionation redox reaction. Then coming to N factor gathering. So beta here +3 oxidation state converted as +5 oxidation state, that is what beta here? Oxidation state increase means that is oxidation. Here N factor, how many electrons are participated here? 2 electrons are participated. Okay, this is the N factor 1. Then same +3 oxidation state converts as +2 oxidation state. This is reduction because of reduced oxidation state. So how many electrons are participated here beta? 1 electron is only participated. Therefore N factor 2 is equal to 1. Therefore here equivalent weight of HNO2, which undergoes a disproportionation redox reaction, molecular mass divided by N factor, here first one 2 plus m by 1, that is equal to what beta? 3m by 2. So this is the calculation required to calculate equivalent weight of a substance which undergoes disproportionation redox reaction. Then coming to try yourself questions. You can try yourself beta. So question given like equivalent weight of Cl2 in the following disproportionation redox reaction. Given like Cl2 undergoes disproportionation in the presence of basic medium and Cl minus, ClO3 minus. Second question, try yourself question. Question given like equivalent weight of K2MnO4, potassium manganate, that one, in the following disproportionation redox reaction. Given like disproportionation redox reaction, that is K2MnO4 gives rise to KMnO4 plus MnO2. Equivalent weight of metal in metal hydrides is equal to. So this is important. That is equal to weight of metal, right, divided by weight of hydrogen into equivalent weight of hydrogen. That is equal to 1 only na beta, equivalent weight of hydrogen. Instead of this equivalent weight of hydrogen also we can take 1. Okay, like that. Next, equivalent weight of metal in metal oxides, metal oxide, that is equal to weight of metal divided by weight of oxygen into equivalent weight of oxygen, that is 8. Okay, then coming to next one, equivalent weight of metal in metal chloride, right? That is equal to same formula, but instead of oxygen we should take chlorine. So that weight of metal divided by weight of chlorine into equivalent weight of chlorine, that is what beta here, 35.5. Okay, then coming to next, equivalent weight of metal in metal carbonates, that is equal to same formula, weight of metal, right, then weight of carbonate CO3 minus 2 into equivalent weight of carbonate. Okay, 12 plus 48, like that we can take, divided by 2. Then next, equivalent weight of metal in metal sulfate, that is equal to weight of metal, right, divided by weight of sulfate SO4 minus 2 into equivalent weight of sulfate, SO4 minus 2. 32 plus 64 divided by 2, like that we can take. By that we will get equivalent weight of sulfate. Related questions. Then coming to question given like equivalent weight of metal chloride is 45.5 if same metal is there in metal hydride, then equivalent weight of metal hydride is. So here first, equivalent weight of metal chloride is equal to equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of chlorine. Is it clear, beta? Then equivalent weight of metal chloride given in the question, that is 45.5, that is equal to equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of chloride constant, that is 35.5, right? Therefore equivalent weight of metal is equal to 45.5 minus 35.5, that is equal to 10 grams. With respect to the question, same metal which present in chloride is also there in hydride. Therefore equivalent weight of metal hydride, is equal to, with respect to like this formula, equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of hydrogen, right? Then here equivalent weight of metal we got by this above calculation, that is what, beta? 10, that is equal to 10 plus equivalent weight of hydrogen constant, that is equal to 1, therefore 11. So 11 is the equivalent weight of metal hydride, 10 is the equivalent weight of metal which present in both metal chloride and metal hydride. Is it clear? Okay. The next question is a metal oxide having 10 grams of metal out of 30 grams of metal oxide, then equivalent weight of metal in metal oxide is. So here, beta, metal oxide complete weight given, weight of metal oxide is equal to weight of metal plus weight of oxygen, right? Then weight of metal oxide given, that is what, beta? 30 grams, that equal to weight of metal 10 grams, that is information given, right? Plus weight of oxygen. Therefore, weight of oxygen is equal to 30 minus 10, that is equal to 20. Right? By this, we will get weight of oxygen and metal. After that, we can calculate the equivalent weight of mass of metal. Therefore, equivalent weight of metal in metal oxide is equal to weight of metal divided by weight of oxygen into 8, equivalent weight of oxygen, right? Therefore, beta here weight of metal already given in the question 10 divided by weight of oxygen we gathered by this calculation, that is 20 into equivalent weight of oxygen 8. Okay, therefore beta here 2, 4, that is equal to 4. So 4 is the equivalent weight of metal. Then after beta here equivalent weight of metal oxide, right, that is equal to equivalent weight of metal plus 8, that is equivalent weight of oxygen, right? Therefore, equivalent weight of metal we gather by this 4 plus equivalent weight of oxygen 8, that is equal to 12. So 12 is the equivalent weight of metal oxide fully. Is it clear beta?